So very nice work by Alex Goldman and Marcelo Margot there to win that first point for the Ironmen here in this do-or-die game for them. Let's see if they can keep it up. There's Ironman on your screen. Now there's Alex Goldman again. They're running him again. Oh, goggles almost come off. And he's got to get in that bunker. Can he stay in there alive? He's going to call for a check. The referee's going to get in there and check him out. So Alex Goldman had a little bit of a hard dive there, but he's clean. So
wow.
Thank God for the Ironman that Alex Goldman is alive. And here comes Top Gun, though. Top Gun first into the snake. So the Top Gun first to get into the snake. And look at this, all the way past the 50-yard line. This is exactly what you're supposed to do when you get into the snake, is you take everything that's given to you. Until somebody starts trying to shoot at you, then you need, oh, looks like Alex Rodriguez getting shot up the center for the Ironman. So one down for the Ironman. Alex Goldman's playing a little loose here in the snake.
And Akita heads up snake right now with Alex Goldman, but also somebody taking Lance Hardwick taking a walk.
Ooh,
and Elvin Johnson, oh, bummer.
Akita getting shot out. Looked like he got one cross field, so now
and that was such a perfect place for him to be in. He just needed to take his time in there, not force it.
Yeah, bad death for Cyril Akita in there, because now it's Alex Goldman over here again in the snake side, and he has Eric Humphreys right behind him. So,
and Alex Goldman just gets taken out.
Nice shot.
So this point is starting to develop as kills are going back and forth. 2 players left alive for Top Gun, 3 for the Ironman. Margot, Humphreys, and Pitts on the field. Margot already with 3 confirmed kills just in these 2 points. And so here we go, 14:44 to go in this game.
Good job right there by number 33.
Well, yeah, 33, Marcelo Margot, Chris, for sure.
There he goes.
And here he goes.
Off to the races.
Marcelo launching on the Dorito side, got him clean, then he gets taken out. Chris Shear, last player left alive for Top Gun in the snake. He's looking at 2 Ironman players. Can he pull off a 2-on-1 to try to tie this game up?
And that's usually not a great spot to be in, a 2-on-1 at the bottom of the snake.
No, that's a really tough spot to try to pull a 2-on-1 off. He's got a body in front of him. Oh, he almost catches Eric Humphreys, but Humphreys is gunned up on him. His only chance is he's got to be able to try to catch Humphreys in front of him. But Stephen Pitts needs to close the gap and realize that there's no one, and then now he's going to try to run down. He can't trade out with him, though. So Humphreys is going to run down Shear. Shear tried to make something happen, but
like I said, I've had my eye on this guy all weekend already. But I like seeing this. I said this before. I want to see Marcelo Margot up in those Doritos. I want to see him getting on the field and getting nasty.
Yeah, and that was some good work, man, by Marcelo Margot. Hey, look at this. Marcelo Margot already 3 confirmed kills within 2 points, and that was before that run-through. So waiting for the stats to come in, but he's probably going to have right around 4 kills. You know, Marcelo Margot is one of those guys, just like Alex Goldman. They have a lot of top players on the Ironman. There's a deep on their talent. They picked up a lot of young talent recently, but what that means is those younger guys are going to look. If you don't have your stars set the tempo and set the pace, the ones set the tempo regardless. But if you're one of those names, one of those guys that's been around for a long time, played at the high levels, that the younger kids on your team are looking to, well, guess what? You're the one that's got to set the tempo and the pace. If you're sucking, well, it's going to be tough for these younger guys without the experience to be able to dig deep and try to summon the spirit if you're not letting them see what the spirit looks like. Well, nice job by the Ironmen. They're up 2-0 right now against Top Gun. We'll be right back after this.
The Imperial program from GI Sports. Get 100% of your paint money back in cash. Sign up, win, paint's free. Take second, get half your paint cash back. Not good enough? How about more cash? Have your team rock our V-Force GI logo grills, get first place, then we'll throw you another $1,000 cash. Second place? No problem. We got $500 with your name on it. It's a total no-brainer. Sign up for the Imperial program at gisports.com.
So welcome back to this game brought to you by Camp Pendleton Paintball Parks and the Paintball Store, San Diego. Man, if you are in the Southern California area and you want to get your grind on or just play some good rec ball, got to head out to Camp Pendleton. It's actually on the base. So you actually get to go onto a military base to play the game. It's pretty sweet. Like tanks out there and really good practice facility for tournament paintball. And they're actually the home field of the Ironman and Dynasty. So here we go on the breakout. The Ironmen are up 2-0 against Top Gun, but look at this aggressive play up the center for Top Gun.
Here comes Mike Paxton. Boom.
And Mike Paxton still not shot. Running through looking for more kills and finally getting picked up, but that is...
Man, he did that yesterday. Yeah. We saw him do that. Mike Paxton running through and just dropping hammers.
So we're getting into this relegation game between Top Gun and the Ironmen. What is at stake is a Champions League spot for World Cup. Here comes Alex Goldman all the way, huge bite down on the snake side of the field. Tries to get as low as he possibly can. Oh, that was awesome. So Alex Goldman gets in there. He actually ends up getting shot in his pack, but I think that was Shear. Shear had to stand all the way up to try to get that shot in his pack, and when he did, right behind him, Alex Goldman's back player, Mike McCormick, was able to dip that shot in on him. Beautiful work by Alex Goldman and Mike McCormick over here on the snake side of the field.
And that round leaves a 3-on-1 with Heyman Chapman all solo in the Dorito corner there. So Heyman's got a lot of experience. He's been playing over the years, but it's difficult on this field to pull off a 3-on-1.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's real difficult.
It's difficult in general, but because the sides are so dominant, even though there are some good back bunkers, I thought we'd actually see with this field layout a little bit more maybe 2-on-1, 3-on-1 situations where people could pull it off, but we haven't seen it at all. So nice job, Mike McCormick and Marcelo Margot, Alex Goldman combining for those kills. And so the Ironmen are looking amazing here in this game, this punch, counter punch paintball that we're watching. Trenton needs to pick it up. 12 minutes and 17 seconds to go, and we'll be right back after this.
I first picked up a paintball gun when I was 9. I used to stand around at the field and stare at the Ironman players, hoping for a shot. I earned my way onto the team when I was 15. We won 2 world titles. When I blew my knee out for the second time, the doctor told me I'd never play again, but I refused to let go of my dream. I'm an Ironman, and paintball is my life.
So welcome back here. First game of Sunday's competition, and it's been all the Los Angeles Ironmen so far. 3-0 is the score in Trenton Topgun. They haven't looked bad. The Ironmen just look really good right now. They're doing what they need to do out there on this field to try to preserve that Champions League spot and have a chance to play in the top 10 of the entire sport, man. The top 10 teams at any given time, they live in the Champions Division at the PSP. And whatever team loses this game is going to be dropping down to the Challengers Division, which is, there's not a lot of slouches down there either, as we've seen some craziness in that particular division. But you know, let's all kidding aside, the Los Angeles Ironmen, it's the longest running pro team in professional paintball, and they've won multiple world titles in different eras of the sport. And they want to get back there with this new lineup that they'd assembled.
Well, you know, one thing I'm seeing a change today is Marcelo Margot and Alex Goldman. Alex Goldman's actually producing now. And then also look at Marcelo Margot's stats right here, Steve.
Yesterday, all weekend, he has broken hand playing back center. We talked about it. He was out there being a warrior. However, today, guys, I'm going to play the Dorito side. I'm going to take the pain, and I'm going to make this happen. We're playing in the Champions Division. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and that's
what they needed to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they were missing, I think. Maybe the spark plug. Who knows at the end of the day.
Well, again, man, you got all these rookies on the team. They got Brandon Cornell and Schrader. Yeah, Schrader's played with some big teams, but he's never played at this level of competition before. And those guys are looking to Goldman, and they're looking to Marcelo to set the tempo. And they are absolutely setting the tempo. And also, look at Mike gets to spin. Mike Paxton, what does he do? He goes right up the center and drops the hammer when he needs to.
I love
and he
it.
was doing that yesterday. He's just amazing watching him play.
Hulk smash.
I can just see the smile on his face right before he's like, oh, yep, this guy's going to pay the toll. Oh, just hammering it
watching
down.
Mike Paxton play, for any of the players that are watching back home, he's a bigger guy, and you can play at the top level being a bigger guy, because a lot of guys are like, oh, I can't play. I'm too big for that. That's wrong. He's proving it. Hookers on Vicious proves it.
Yeah,
So
Dave Baines. I mean, Dave
Baines.
Baines.
Dave
Baines is a big boy.
Dave
6'3",
Baines,
man.
Mike Paxson.
8'4", 40s.
Yeah, these are guys that are big boys. So just because you're 6'4" and 240 pounds doesn't mean you can't play professional paintball.
Looks like Topgun Union all 5 alive. And the ref's going in to check a few Ironman players here. So there's one Ironman player eliminated. It's 5-on-4. And Trenton Topgun, like that 3-point swing, Matt, they must win this point here.
Yeah, it's a must-win situation. We're seeing, looks like for the Ironman, they let Brandon Cornell come out for a spin, the rookie. And now he's still alive over here on the snake side of the field, but he can't play too cautious in there, can't get stuck and let Chris Shear push his way down the snake side. But Chris Shear is going to get taken out by, I think that was Alex Rodriguez. No, who is that? I think it's Stephen Pitts. So Stephen Pitts, I think, picked up that shot on Chris Shear. Or no, Chris Shear's in the snake. He came out of the back corner. So walking off was Michael Smith, shot by Alex Goldman.
Stephen Pitts.
Look at Stephen Pitts.
Flying down the field. Takes his man out, though.
You know, Chris Shear. I've been calling Chris Shear's number a lot this weekend. That kid's impressed me a lot. I'm not saying he's at the level he needs to be. I think he's going to be up and coming over the next couple years, and definitely somebody to keep your eye on.
Yeah, Chris Shear definitely has the talent to play at this level. Now we just need to get him a little bit of reps, try to develop that.
And that's what it takes, Matty. It takes a lot of reps, you know. Win, lose, or draw, no matter what it takes, you're learning. As long as you're learning, you're getting better.
So Brandon Cornell is now in the snake, and there's it's 3-on-3 right now. Goldman, Rodriguez, and Cornell for the Ironman.
It looks like Heyman Chapman just got eliminated in the Dorito corner, so it's 3-on-2 Ironman.
10 minutes and 40 seconds remain.
Lance Hardwick on your screen, tacking up, getting and filling that spot that Heyman Chapman got shot out of on your screen on number 20 for the Ironman. Cornell getting a spin.
So we got 2-on-2, 2 Ironmen on the snake side. Chris Shear in the snake side for Trenton Topgun, and Lance Hardwick still alive out there for him. So 2-on-2, Matt. Let's see that with the experience with the Ironman have to do after you got Alex Goldman out there. Plenty of experience.
Well, Rab, I'll tell you what, man. Lance Hardwick and Chris Shear, big point for them for Top Gun. If they win this point, they're only down 2 with probably around, well, we'll see how long this point takes to play out, but probably around 9 minutes. If Ironman win this game, then they're going to go up 4-0, and that really paints Top Gun into a corner because they're just not really going to have enough time. I mean, they have enough time. It's possible, but with the Ironman playing this well, the past 3 points, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. And well, we have seen some comebacks. Excessive came back 6-1 yesterday.
That was an amazing comeback. I mean, that's just digging deep and having a lot of heart.
This is a good move by Lance Hardwick on that Dorito side. If he can keep pressure on Alex Goldman, then Chris Shear, I say Chris Shear takes him out and puts it in a 1-on-1. Takes out Brandon Cornell, goes bunker him.
You know, and I think right now, Trenton Topgun actually has the advantage by having the field spread right now. Because nobody's even looking over at that side of the field when it comes to Lance. And Lance is a smart player.
Yeah, and that's a good move. He's continuing going on the Dorito side. He needs to put that pressure on Alex Goldman.
He could actually make it all the way to their side of their Dorito, actually. And if he does that.
And here he goes. He's starting to make that way. This is good. Alex Goldman's gun is down. So now coach out for Trenton Topgun needs to tell him, hey, jump over, run the highway.
Well,
here he goes.
Yeah, they got to split the field, but Cornell's got to be careful because he's going back and forth. He's got to look. Goldman, just watch over me, man, and then just isolate and trap that guy in the Ironman. So on the Ironman side, in the Dorito right there, because you can see him. I mean, he has to live on the other side now. He's got that whole side open to him, but he has to. In order for him to, he's gonna have to put Cornell in and then push forward to the next Dorito, which is then going to put Cornell in a bad spot. And look at this. Here comes the highway run from Alex Goldman. Got to be careful here. Might be a penalty. No, both of them are going to come out, so it's an even trade. It's 1-on-1 right now. But
wow. Did Lance Hardwick just get caught?
He lost him for a second.
Yeah, he totally lost him. Well, he's also looking into the sun right now as, you know, this field runs.
Look at this field awareness. Brandon Cornell grabbing the flag.
Very smart play by the rookie, Brandon Cornell. This would be a huge point win. He could feel it right now. He's right by the flag station.
And now he's stuck now, though.
Well, Lance Hardwick knows that, hey, he might have the flag. And then now Lance Hardwick is going to close the gap. Very smart play by Lance Hardwick to try to engage. He's got to close that distance and not let Brandon Cornell just run that flag in. Now Hardwick's going to try to run him down.
Oh, good move by Lance Hardwick.
Man,
see?
Caught in that blind spot. And that's, you know, playing a 1-on-1 in a small Dorito like that, it's not the best bunker you could be in, but hey, Brandon Cornell grabbed the flag,
Well-
had field awareness, and tried to make the move. I'll give him that.
Well, there was the chess match that is paintball. You had Brandon Cornell make a really smart play. He went and grabbed the flag, and he ran it, and he tried to progress forward as fast as he could because he knows, hey, man, paintball, all you got to do is hang the flag on the other flag station. You don't have to shoot everybody. But nice job by Lance Hardwick to realize the situation as well and be like, oh, my God, he's got our flag. I got to get up there and try to engage with this guy. I can't just let him, I can't stay this far back, let him put me in, and then just run the flag in. So really good job, and then Hardwick got the drop on him. So thought for a second that the rookie Brandon Cornell for the Ironman was going to pull, step up there, and he came really close. He definitely had the right move in mind, and that's what's important. He was thinking in the pressure situation. He wasn't just reacting, and that shows a lot out of Cornell, but also great job by Hardwick to keep this close here. Now only 2 points separate these two teams, 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go, and we got ourselves a game.
That move right there just gives Top Gun a still a big possibility here of pulling this game to a tie here. So you don't, like you said, you don't want to go down 4-0, 3-1. They have plenty of time, Chris, to get this game back.
Yeah, man. I like seeing back and forth games. I mean, there's a lot of good time out here. Trenton Topgun coming off a win from Damage. They have potential. It's just consistency is what it comes down to at the end of the day. And they're playing really good. They're not playing bad. The Ironmen are playing better at this point.
So far, let's check out this replay here from the Snake side of the field in this last point. So there's Top Gun on your screen. It's Chris Shear, and here comes Goldman. You can see he saw the move, and boom, it looks like he dipped a shot in him right there, and they trade out. So nice job. Look at the eye in the sky. Running the highway was Alex Goldman, and then Cornell comes right through after that to play off of the chaos created by Goldman and turning it into a one-on-one situation, which Lance Hardwick, who actually probably played against Cornell when Cornell was young, because Cornell's only 16 years old. So
and here's our breakout.
Looks like we got 5 alive on both sides, so let's see how long they can keep that going here. Both Ironman and Trenton Top Gun, both 5 alive, and hey, that's what you want to do, Matt, with 5 alive. Gives you an opportunity to keep going here.
Well, the thing with the Ironman is they want 5 alive because that's going to slow this point down. And with their lead that they have, they want to try to suck as much time off as possible, and they know Trenton's going to have to push.
Oh, look at that. Alex Goldman tries to get to that snake and gets taken out. Big elimination for Top Gun.
Yeah, that was huge.
And as we say that, it looks like Trenton Top Gun is in to the snake. Oh, going all the way snake 50, Chris.
Yeah, and he's been playing really well this weekend. Chris Shear just going to work. That's a good spot, man. It's a good spot for him. He likes that spot. He likes sticking his head and looking through this gap. I'm not a big fan of that personally. There's a lot of bounce shots in there that could possibly happen to him. But I'm not sure if anybody really knows exactly where he is right now. Ironman up 3-1 against Trenton Top Gun. On the left-hand side of your screen, that's Heyman Chapman, seasoned professional.
That's what it was.
He used to play with the Moscow Red Legion.
Yep. So he's got plenty of experience. He's won at the highest level. And
Ryan Martin right there at the bottom of your screen in the center A. Got Ironmen on their heels right now, Matty.
Yeah, and you know what though? Yeah, let's check in real quick with Lauren Kelly. She has Lance Hardwick, who just had that one-on-one victory.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Lance Hardwick. Lance, that was a great play in that last point. It was a really pivotal point for you guys to get. What was running through your mind as you were coming down to the last guy out there?
Well, I knew we were down 3-0, so I knew we had to pull the point out. So I just dig deep, went to the corner, and then just won the one-on-one.
All right, and I heard you telling Matt Rentschler that you really need someone in the safety. What kind of plays do you need to run to make sure you get some more points?
Just like smart plays and like watch this Doritos side. We're not watching the Doritos side, and Marcel is just going up it right now, so we need to slow him down and contain him.
All right, we'll see if they can produce on the D side. Back to this game.
Yeah, that's true, though. That's a good way. Top Gun realizes what's happening. Marcelo's charging down that drill side of the field. Can't let that happen. So now what they've been doing is they're pushing up the snake side with Chris Shear because they got that kill from Alex Goldman, and also up that center trying to put some pressure on Marcelo Margot, and they do. So it looks like Trenton Top Gun has a decent chance of winning this point and pulling within 1 here. Just Steven Pitts and Alex Rodriguez left alive for the LA Ironmen. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, Trenton's got the 50s locked all the way across the field. They're taking it slow, not going too crazy, working together as a team. That's what you need to do, especially against the Ironmen.
Oh, yeah. Slow slow, methodical does win the race, but but at the same time, man, you've got to know where that gas pedal is on this field.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, coming through, nice slow controlled pushes right now. You know,
Oh, but
Chris
look
Shear-
at that. 2 Trenton Topgun, as we speak that. They get eliminated here, but let's see what happens to the last Ironman player, Stephen Pitts.
Well, Stephen Pitts is going to have to pull off some heroics. He's done it before, though, oh, not able to get it done. So Ryan Martin and Chris Shear, last players left alive for Trenton to turn this into a 1-point match. So after 3 unanswered by the Ironman, here comes Trenton Topgun.
And here now, here's what Coach Mike Hinman has to find out. All right, guys, what do you guys got? You got to dig deep now because it's 3-2. We're either playing in the champions or we're going down the challengers. Don't give up here.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, so we're going to find out here in just a few moments after we come back from this commercial break.
PaintballDojo.com. Support your favorite pro teams. Get your name printed on pro team gear. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players. Full color and completely custom options. You can build custom designs straight from our website. Gear available for both men and women. PaintballDojo.com. Lifestyle gear for players.
So we are deep into this first matchup between Ironman and Topgun, a 1-point game here. And it's getting pretty crazy out there, guys. I don't know, man.
It looked like
like
the Ironman had this game in full control.
Yeah, it really looked like the Ironman were just going to run away with it, but that shows the tenacity of Trenton Topgun. They want to play at this high level. They're not giving up, man. Ironman backed them into a corner, and they started punching back and looked pretty good doing it. And the Ironman, it's not like the Ironman are playing bad now. You know, the Ironman are still making moves. They just got shot on a couple bumps, and Topgun just taking the positions when they need to.
You know, let's talk about the Ironman real quick. Danny Park has been playing with that team this year so far. You know, I went and had a talk with him yesterday, and he was a little frustrated because of, you know, some of the decisions he's made and some of the problems, you know, across the board. But he's been impressing me personally. I like the way he's playing. That's Danny Park on your screen right there. He's always been a good snake player, man. And I don't like to see the kid get down, but I spoke to him, and I'm like, hey, man, you're doing a good job. And he's like, I really appreciate that, my friend. You know, and he takes constructive criticism very well, and he's very appreciative of anything that anybody could ever do to help him, and that's why I like that kid a lot.
Yeah, Danny Park, though, he's had a great year for the Ironman. We haven't seen a ton out of him at this event, and this is the first time I think that he's got a spin out here. And I really thought Danny Park and Alex Goldman were going to have a field day over here on the snake side. So let's see if they can put it together here in this crucial point. Try to keep Topgun, keep that attack to a minimum. Topgun not first to go into the snake, but for Chris Shear is the first person to get in there for Topgun. Oh, referee checking out the back center bunker.
Did he get it? Is he clean?
Nah, I think he's clean.
You know, Chris Shear's taking a weird little angle to get in that snake right there, getting popped out. Mike Paxton just sitting there waiting for that.
And you know, every time he goes out to the middle of the field, he's just shooting people at will out there. They should just keep Mike Paxton out in the middle of the field because he's just doing it.
He is, man. Every time he gets a spin, he gets out there, he goes right up the center and starts handling his business. He's got a lot of kills up that center and had some highlight reel moves.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for Trenton to push into the guns of Mike Hinman in the center and Alex Goldman in this 50-yard line snake over here.
And now Trenton Topgun, you see on the right-hand side of your screen, they're on their heels now. Just the flip side of that last point. You see the Ironman now pushing up the Dorito side. Mike Hinman just on the right-hand side of your screen. He's just a turret up there. He's like a big machine gun.
And right now, for the coach for Trenton Topgun, they need to decide. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. It's a 5-on-3. They need to make a decision now, 5-on-2. They might want to hit that horn quick.
Yeah, Rab, you read his mind and I don't think that...
Mike Hinman's not listening to anything that's going on right now. He's going to draw a minor penalty for it.
Heyman, he's shooting Heyman. Heyman's old school. Heyman's not going to stop. They're both going to overshoot each other, and that's what they just did. And they both got penalties for it.
If you want to take the 2 guys on these teams to play Mexican standoff paintball, it's definitely Mike Hinman and Heyman Chapman.
Yep.
And that's what they just did, but in doing so, they both put themselves in the penalty
Mike
box.
Paxton. Well, Hinman would do it too, but
yeah.
But yeah, Paxton is brutal player. So the Ironmen are going to score the point, and it looks like there's going to be a minor penalty, I think, on both teams.
That'd be the right call, I would say, I'd think.
Yeah, because the point was over, And I don't think Mike heard the buzzer, because Mike's not going to go and do that if he hears the buzzer.
No.
It might be one of those selective hearing things, like when your significant other's like, "Hey, can you please take the trash out?" And then you don't, and then you're like,
"Yes, dear."
You're like, you didn't tell me to do that."
Oh man. Yeah, or when you tell her not to buy those shoes.
Yeah.
Baby, please don't buy those shoes.
She's like, "You never told me not to buy the shoes."
I've had those in my closet for a month. So it's, coming across the network right now.
Heyman Chapman. So they both, Mike Paxton and Heyman
Okay,
Chapman.
so playing on from hit for Heyman, and it's going to be a wash. 2 minor penalties for both teams. Both teams are going to start with 4. Trenton down 2 now with 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
Our fastest point right now.
That changes up a little bit now.
Ooh, that does change things up a little bit.
Yeah, you know, Mike Paxton actually drawing a major on that. So what happens on a major penalty is it's 2 minutes on the board. Mike Paxton's 2 minutes in the box, so he's going to be spending in the box for the next 2 minutes. While we have this timeout, we can explain these penalties a little bit, Matty.
Well, you've never seen paintball before, unfamiliar with how the penalties work. You have a minor penalty, you have a major penalty. Minor penalty is assessed by a yellow flag being thrown in the air by a referee. It's only 1 minute, and it comes off if you lose the point. So if Top Gun loses this point, well, if they lose this point, that's it. They're done anyway. Yeah. So, but with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left, basically the Ironmen are going to spend the rest of this game down a body.
Yeah.
Because you have to spend all of that 2 minute penalty in the box. You're not going to get out of there regardless. Win, lose, the point doesn't matter. You're spending that time in the box for those major penalties. Minor penalties are assessed for things, unobvious hits when you continue to play, minor infractions. Major penalties are unsportsmanlike conduct, playing on with obvious hits. Those are it's got to be a major influencer on the game, and those penalties have definitely bitten some teams at this event, as they do every event. So the penalty disease seems to the wrath from the penalty disease comes down in different places and different times.
Yep.
It struck X Factor, for instance,
first day.
But I'll give But it was Dimitri Ninos who got all those penalties. But I'll tell you what, man, he played great yesterday.
He definitely came back and totally redeemed himself.
Yeah, completely redeemed yourselves. So Paxton out there giving the refs a little bit.
I talked with him a little bit, and I said, "Hey, change your headgear. It looks familiar to a different player that was on your team previous." And he said, "Really?" I said, "That's a suggestion. You can do what you want," and he did. So
Dimitri,
let's talk about this. Statistically this weekend, major penalties have gone 3 points swing to the other team. Now let's say we have a 3-point swing here. That's a 5-4 game in favor of Trenton Topgun. So let's just see what happens on the breakout. However, they are 4-4 right now. 5 seconds before this game starts.
Ironman got the veterans out there: Goldman, Pitts, Margot, and Alex Rodriguez. So I would say Coach Hinman's going to keep that crew out there for a while. For the last 2 minutes.
Doubling up that back center is the Ironman. You're looking at Top Gun on your screen, pushing up in that center, but
Trenton Top Gun loses 2 on the break. So that's not what you want to do when you got those guys in a penalty.
Yeah, and that was Chris Shear, their snake attack person. And Stephen Pitts, those guys, you can see him crossed up. Number 20 right there for the Ironmen. I don't see them going much of anywhere. I think they're just going to chill out. Alex Goldman might get in the snake and lock it down.
You're Trenton Top Gun. You cannot let the Ironman get into the snake. You need to be in the snake. You are down 2 points. You can't let them get in there. Now they just made life difficult for them.
Well, Chris, I don't think Alex Goldman heard you about, hey, just chill out. Because is just like, oh, you're gonna give me the 50? I'm gonna take it.
Yep. So down to 1 player right now. You blow the horn right now, stop the game. In my personal opinion, you're gonna lose the point, but you're gonna retain that maximum major penalty, maximum time on that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not doing that.
Well, look at that. Alex Goldman realized that penalty was about to expire, and so he tried to get in position to shoot the box.
And, I just talked about, here's the problem. Blow the horn, concede the point, but what happens? Trenton Top Gun draws a major penalty.
That's it. Game over.
And that's gonna be game over. I mean, it's I got nothing.
It's first time in the Champions Division. There's mistakes made, and they just made a few of them, and they gave it out. They played great. They gave it out there, and I'm impressed with how they played. So
absolutely, I'll give it to Trenton. They did step up. They beat Damage this weekend. Stepped up a little bit. They beat Damage, and they had a good game here against the Ironman. But this game's essentially over. Yeah, minute 15 left. We'll be right back after these messages, but Ironman probably going to win this match.
Being a snake player, diving around a lot, you're crawling a lot, and the Geo can outstand my beating it up down the snake. I can shoot straighter with that gun than I've ever shot in my life. The bunkers are getting smaller and smaller. You really need to play tighter and tighter. Having a small gun like a Geo 3 has helped me evolve my game and be able to play tight spots. My name is Billy Bernaccia. I play for San Antonio X Factor. My gun is a Geo 3.
Welcome back again. This game brought to you by Camp Pendleton Paintball Parks in Southern California. So 5-2 is the score, minute and 15 seconds to go. Alex Rodriguez, Mike Paxton's got 4 confirmed kills. A-Rod, he's got 3, McCormick 3, Humphreys 2, I'm sorry, Humphreys 3. So full team effort from the Ironmen. I'm impressed by the Ironmen. The Ironmen were put in a bad situation where they were playing for the lives of the Champions Division, but they stepped up, they rose to the occasion. And it appears, barring the Archangel Gabriel coming down for the apocalypse, I really believe that the Ironmen are going to be playing in the Champions Division.
Yeah, it's looking like it right now. But, you know, I can't take anything away from the boys over here at Trenton Topgun. Those guys played well. There goes Danny Park taking the walk on the break. That's a rough spot to get to. We talked about it all weekend. Coming up the middle of the field, though, Trenton Topgun Union.
Hey, they're pushing. They're not giving up.
Yeah, not sitting back, taking it like a... Oh, nice move up the middle. Look at this run through. In the head.
And Marcelo was like, wait, what? How did you get back here?
How did this
That
happen?
was actually Alex Rodriguez.
Was it Alex Rodriguez?
And if anybody's going to get shot in the head, it should be him.
Well, that's a little karma for Alex Rodriguez, because Alex Rodriguez's favorite thing to do, I think, is when it's like 3-on-1 to run down the last guy, because he loves doing that. Looks good doing it. And yeah, if I was on the Ironman, I would definitely want him to do that every single time. But that was a 20-second point.
You know,
27-second point.
but still, you know, that's enough time right there. There's enough time in this game for 2 more points. They could come back and tie it. It's been known to happen. I mean, our fastest point this weekend, I think, has been 17 seconds.
Yep.
Yes, the fastest point this weekend was 17 seconds. So, yeah, you know, I mean, it's possible, but not probable. It's going to take... the problem is that it's really hard to score quick points. Anything under 30 seconds takes a couple things you need to happen. 1, you need to shoot guys off the break. 2, your runners that are pushing up the field aggressively are going to have to run straight through streams and then shoot guys while they're doing it. And then and then also you have to break that back line really quick, which you can do sometimes when the bodies are dropping off and people don't know where to actually get those lanes in. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly down the sideline. She has the coach from the Los Angeles Ironmen, Mike Hinman.
I'm down here in the Ironman pit with Mike Hinman, coach of Ironman. Obviously, this is an extremely important match for you guys. Everyone's coming off the field, they're heated, and you tell them to calm down. Why is it important to stay calm between points?
Well, because emotion, good or bad, is your worst enemy. If you're good, you're riding that wave. You lose a point, you crash. Bad emotion, obviously, is going to, you know, you're going to turn on yourselves, which this is a game you got to have a short-term memory. A point's a point. You move on to the next point. You learn something from it. And, you know, the best thing to do is just be cold and calculated, you know. You just got to be even keel.
All right, we'll see if they can keep that mental stamina and keep this lead.
So here we go on the breakout. 4 alive on the field for the Ironmen as Mike Paxton is sitting in that box. Still Heyman Chapman as well. And
actually, I think I only saw 3 breakout for the Ironmen right there, unless I'm mistaken.
But the time's
Chris,
ticking off,
I think
man.
you're right, because I only see 3 out there.
30 seconds to go. And Trenton Topgun just getting chewed up off the break by the Ironmen here, and that's pretty much going to do it.
You know, very unfortunate. Alex Goldman also taking the walk. Coming out of the box, Mike Paxton. So once he's out the box and he's in that corner, there's no way you're going to win a point in 17 seconds. That's just impossible. And here comes the pain down the middle of the field. You see the top side of your screen? Whoa. Hop, skip, and jump. Alex Rodriguez looking for payback on that last one.
And I don't think Heyman will walk.
And that's going to do it for us, folks. 5-3 in favor of the LA Ironmen. Congratulations to them for continuing to hold their spot for the Champions Division. And
yeah,
unfortunate.
solid work by the Ironmen. The Ironmen really impressed us here today. We didn't really know what to expect in this match because Trenton had beat Damage yesterday, 5-3. which was actually the end score of this match. But the Ironmen rose to the occasion. Good job by Marcelo Margot playing with that broken hand, and also, man, Alex Goldman really looking like he's playing at the high level right now. Ironman got exactly what they needed out of Alex Goldman. So we're going to be right back with the next matchup as Omaha Vicious and Infamous. They're in the same spot that the Ironman and Top Gun were in. So we're going to see that game in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, Ryan Greenspan here.
Hey, this is Kyle Spica.
Go to ansgear.com Dynasty for 10% off all exclusive Dynasty merchandise.
Welcome back. I am here with Marcelo Margot of Ironmen. You guys just won that relegation match. I know this is never a position you really want to be in, so how are you guys feeling coming into this today?
It was a must-win situation. You know, we knew it was on the line. If you lose this game, you don't get to play in the Champions Division at World Cup, and nobody wants that. So
definitely. You played strong, and I know you had a lot of changes to your roster since the last tournament, but what do you really need to focus on to have a better showing at World Cup?
We've been saying this all year. We just need to come together and believe in each other. I think that's the biggest thing. Playing individual paintball and individual talents winning games, but that's why we're not beating the better teams.
All right. Well, I know you had a hand injury coming into this tournament. How did it hold up this whole weekend?
Held up fine. Taped it up, and it's good.
All right, good. Well, Ironmen did win that against Top Gun. They're staying in the champions bracket for World Cup. We'll see who can take it. Vicious versus Infamous next.